Good evening and welcome to a brand new game on the channel, video side of it anyway. This is the Crust, a mining automation game based on and under the moon. I've been streaming this game like mad, so for those who have seen that, we're going to do a video series here. This is actually the early access version of the game. It becomes available to the public on July, even, the 15th. And I've got early access to it. Thank you very much to the team over at the Crust for giving me early access to this game. I've been loving it so much on stream, and I'm very looking forward to see what new and wonderful features we have in early access, because there are some new things, so we will see. So, shall we give it a go and see where we stand? I'm going to start a new game, and we're going to play through the tutorial, which then leads us into the storyline. Now, the story has not previously been available, so it's going to be completely new for all of us. So let's give it a go, shall we? Let's click on this and begin.
Watch yourself out there. Lunar night is coming. Stand by, Alpha Team. We've got visitors.
Mayor Tranquilitatis Logistics to incoming transition. Please state your intentions. Over.
Alice to MT Logistics. We have received clearance and hold a signed contract with Mr. Halloway for our mining operations in this designated sector. We're here to commence our activities as scheduled. Over.
MT Logistics to Alice. We weren't informed of your early arrival. We've just finished building the elevator for your drones to access the underground facilities. At the moment, all the electricity is being used to charge the batteries as we prepare for night. We can't route power to the elevator right now. I suggest you keep your mining buddies in orbit for the next 2 weeks while we wait for the sun to come up, sweetheart.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon, a whole 2 weeks of downtime, is utterly unacceptable. This could jeopardize our entire mining contract. We need a better plan. And the name's Alice, not sweetheart. Good afternoon, Director. This is Alice, your Vice President. We have a bit of a situation here, but I'm already on it. First, let's test our connection. Give this dialog box a click if you're hearing me loud and clear, then we can proceed. Connection solid. That's a start. Give me a few minutes to secure our landing clearance. Feel free to soak in the sights while you wait. I'm sure you have a great view of the moon from your orbital station.
Okie dokie, so here we are. This is a base, like a mid-level base, I would say. This is going on here, and they've got some processing, some things on there, but we don't take this base over. Oh no, we have to build our own. Obviously, it would be a bit of a trick if we had our own base.
So Robert, do we have a deal?
Let me be clear. A 2-week power outage equals job loss and a costly lawsuit for me. I don't care who you are, get Holloway on this. But no power for you and your toys until sunrise. We just don't have extra electricity right now.
Ooh.
Look, Robert, you and I got off on the wrong foot. Our drones were originally designed for autonomous construction and repair, and we've brought the necessary resources. Grant us landing permission, and we'll handle the power situation ourselves. This benefits both of us. More solar panels for you, and we could land our toys and get going. They also can handle the repairs. So, should I update Mr. Holloway on our successful collaboration?
All right, Alice. You have permission to land. Make sure your fancy drones don't break anything. Over and out.
Director, it's your call. Permission to land has been granted. Show this Bob the Builder that we can fix this.
Okie dokie. So we have cargo pods on land.
Land the pods near the elevator. To do this, click on the notification on the left side of the screen and select an appropriate location.
Of course, we are in tutorial mode, so yes. The reason they were worried about nighttime and bits and pieces of that is because, for those that aren't aware, the moon is tidally locked to Earth, which means the 1 month on Earth is 1 rotation on the moon, basically. So it's 2 weeks of darkness and 2 weeks of light. So we have to get things going before the sun goes away. So let's drop our cargo pod here, and let's drop our cargo pod here. In they come.
Director, your primary responsibility is to ensure resource extraction and processing at our logistics hub on the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, it depends on external supplies. If you can address this issue, even partially, rest assured, we'll secure long-term contracts for you in the years to come.
Ooh, if we do well, we get
I
monies.
personally vouched for your mission to the board. I'd hate to send you home with nothing. Better help me convince these old-timers that you are a promising team, and your work is the future.
Yes, sir, Mr. Holloway, sir. He's the director of the Crust, the
Absolutely,
hubs you work
Mr.
for.
Holloway. Both the director and I are immensely grateful to you. Our focus is on establishing a long-term partnership, and we'll do our utmost to make it a reality. You can count on us. To get started, select the required modules on the construction panel and place their holograms on the moon's surface. The drones will perform all construction tasks automatically.
Okie dokie. So we want to
Director,
go to
place
build.
the holograms of solar panels on the highlighted sites. Our drones will pick up necessary resources and begin construction.
Oh, okay. So electricity. So we want to build some medium solar panels, and we want to put them down here. Okay. So obviously, if you just click, you put one down like so. If you hold Shift, you can put down multiple ones, as it says down here. The panel down here. It's very easy to miss. Very easy to miss that panel down there. So keep an eye on that. You can flip buildings, rotate them, obviously cancel, place them, things like that. Some buildings have certain inputs in certain ways, so you might want to flip them to make life a bit easier. Okay, let's get our drones in there. And as you put down the blueprints for them, the drones will go and pick up resources from wherever they can. Excuse me. That could be these containers. It could be your cargo drops. Wherever you have resources, doing things here. What is this doing? This is doing fuel. I don't know what this one's doing here. As you can see, we have belts and things. We've got conveyor belts. Loads of fuel on those conveyor belts there going along, which is awesome. That's their processing. That's not our one here. So that's going to the generators over here. These are making power for us, which is also awesome. So yeah, that's a thing you can do there. Not just solar panels. You have fuel refineries. We've got helium-3 things later on as well. So it's a lot of things that can be done here. More processing. All the machines, they have conveyor belts in them, but you don't have to have conveyor belts in them. They can still be supplied to you by drones. I can't click these. These aren't mine. I don't own these. So.
Would you look at that? They've actually built them. Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job. Faster than I expected.
We'll ignore the floating rocks over there.
All the energy from these panels will go to you. But if you want to work at night, you need to take care of saving it now. For this, you're going to need some batteries.
Well, thank you for your unwavering faith in our abilities, Robert. And I hope we've convinced you that we know what we're doing. and now our suddenly efficient drones will be busy building batteries. Director,
Ah,
you're
sarcasm.
absolutely right. A night on the moon is almost 14 and a half Earth days without the sun, and we do need batteries. Build 4 of them next to the solar panels.
Okie dokie. Boop, boop. Batteries. Let's put them in line with the other ones that are here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. You do have time controls as well. You can speed up time in the top right corner here. So, boom, let's speed up some time. Go faster. Boom. Oh, and we need to build a charging station as well. So, click here, click electricity. So you've got a build menu down here, construction mode for all this here. You also have, if you right click, you've got a very quick build mode here. You've got priorities, salvage, conveyor belts, wires, and mining on a right click menu, which is very convenient, very, very useful. So we want to build a charge station as well. So let's build one of those. Charge stations where the drones get charged, obviously. So they require power to run. If you mouse over them, they have a little power on them. So okay. There we go. Awesome.
Well, your drones really know how to build. Now use the wiring tool and connect the solar panels and batteries. Next, you just need to power up the elevator and you'll gain access to the underground level.
Ooh, awesome.
Switch to the utilities mode and select the wiring tool. You can right-click to quickly access the tool. Shift consecutive wiring.
Okay, so as I said, we can either click the wiring tool down here and we get the ability to build pylons or wires and things like that, or you can right click and choose wires and that just quick clicks them. When you have this selected, it will go to power poles by default, but if you mouse over a building that has the little yellow dot in it, it will become a wire instead. So we connect this one to here, then to here, then to here, to here, and that'll do for that, and then we'll come down here and do those ones. But these should all be connected via a connection at the top there. I'm going to connect these two together as well, just so we've got a bit of redundancy. Let's connect this to this one to the elevator, and the elevator to that one.
Now that everything is up
There
and
we go.
running, let's get down to business. Switch to the underground level by pressing tab.
One thing I didn't mention, wires do cost money. As you click and drag them out of places, you'll see the little icon appear above the name, so make sure you don't spend all your money on wires. I've done that. It sucks. Don't do that. But don't.
Great.
Okay.
To start mining, build the drone configuration module. The elevator transfers power from the surface to the underground level. No need to worry about that.
Okie dokie. So, down here, what do we got? We've got smelters doing different things. The colours, I think that's iron, and that one's silicon. Again, I can't click them. They're not ours. No. And this is a brick making machine, or smart concrete. Sorry, I will do that. I'll do that. Up here, you see, it says smart concrete. It looks like brick. I will call it brick. I will do that a lot. Sorry, that's just the thing. So, it's how my brain has associated it. So that's how it will stay forever and ever and ever. Get our drones down here to build this. You can connect buildings via wires whilst they're being built, and then they will be automatically powered up the second they're actually constructed.
Now wire it to the elevator to power the module.
Yeah, we've done that.
Pardon my curiosity, but how are you going to extract lunar regolith with cargo robots? I'm far from a robotics expert, of course, but it seems like we have more questions than answers at this point.
Robert.
That's an excellent question, Robert, and I'd be delighted to answer it. However, I need to wrap up some things first.
The sarcasm of the voices. It's awesome. The voice acting for this is fantastic. The music is fantastic as well. I'm definitely fanboying over this game, but it is awesome. Yeah.
The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
So we can click on this here and we can convert mining drones into cargo drones into mining drones and backwards as well. So let's convert 4 of them over. Like that. There is a little trick.
Excavate an area measuring 50 standard units. In the meantime, I'll have a chat with our curious Bob.
There is a little trick with this. Once you converted them, and you see it can spot 5 of them, you can turn this off and they'll still work absolutely fine. It only needs to be powered whilst you are converting the drones backwards and forwards. So you can save 3. It's not a lot, but when you've hit night and you see your power is dropping dramatically, Every little helps. Every little helps. So I'll leave it on for the time being. So let's mine something out, shall we? If we right click, so we can either click down here to excavate, or we can.
To start the evacuation, you need to use the highlighting tool and mark areas for digging. The mining drones will do the rest.
My brain heard her say evacuation, not excavation. I was
to
like,
answer your question, our company has been providing repair and maintenance services for robotics and mining equipment for over 10 years.
So we can either click down here on the excavation mode, or we can right click and choose it here. And basically you just drag and color, and they start mining. And then if you go and do another area, if you let go and do another area, you'll see it's a slightly different color. So that's the first priority. This is the second priority. Then have a third. Then can have a fourth. So that's fine. The game as well, if you use Q and E to rotate the camera, it will actually snap to 45-degree points, which is very useful because you can snap to a certain point, you can click the mouse, and you can just move the keyboard and draw directly straight lines, which is very nice. Now, you'll see all of these are the same color because it only has 5 priorities it shows you. These are, however, a different priority under the hood. It's got, I think there's like 30, I believe it was said in the queue. So if you drag out like this here, it will do this line, and then this line, and then this line, then this line, this line, so like that. It can be useful to do it that way because the drones try and find the closest mining point of the next priority closest to the elevator. So if you drag a big circle round, or drag a big line out here, drag a big line sort of backwards and forwards, I should say, they'll mine out a certain way that way, and then mine this way, and then that way, this way, and they'll always try to stay as close to the elevator as they possibly can and mine outwards. So sometimes doing priorities like this, dragging it in orders like that, can help you get to resources quicker if you know where the resources are. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
We were involved in the development and maintenance of technology for lunar mining, along with the first industrial expeditions to the moon, even before the construction of the space elevator and the full-scale development of the moon by mankind.
Cool, so we're going to develop the moon by 2080. Awesome.
And I'm pleased to inform you, Robert, that by pooling our vast experience, we have been able to develop and implement multifunctional drone technology that can be re-equipped for a variety of tasks. Did I answer your question in enough detail, or should I send you a set of materials for review? I can throw in a set of coloring books especially for you, so you can quietly make your downtime in the workplace more enjoyable.
All right, Alice, I get the hint. You do your job and I'll mind my own business. By the way, I'll grab a few coloring books as souvenirs for the kids. I'll be heading home in about 2 weeks.
Okay, so we need to mine out.
I understand that I can be difficult at times, but your Alice is quite remarkable. She reminds me of my ex-wife.
We're all still on the same channel, Robert.
So, what's up with those coloring books?
I'll send them to your wife along with some flowers. She's not likely to get them from her husband.
Awesome. So there we go. The tutorial has been completed, but we want to continue. We want to carry on into the main campaign. One thing I didn't show there in the background, you can kind of see it here. There is certain regolith you cannot mine yet. You need the technology to mine that. So if you discover that, don't worry about it. You will get a tech to mine that there. That's rare earth metals. That's special. So, okay, let's continue.
Wait. We're getting distress signals from everywhere. Director.
No.
This is an emergency broadcast. We have detected an imminent asteroid collision with the moon's surface. We are currently assessing the extent of the damage and the number of casualties. At this moment, our teams are working tirelessly to restore communication with lunar outposts. For those still on the moon, be aware that we are mobilizing all available resources to assist you. Conserve your energy and ration your supplies until further notice. Additional information will be provided as the situation unfolds. Stay tuned for updates. Over and out.
I repeat,
Crust has declared a state of emergency of the first degree. Commercial shipments and cargo landings are prohibited. All complexes, resources, and facilities on the moon are now under Crust control. All remaining facilities should switch to emergency frequency and report their status. Conserve energy and resources, and await further instructions.
Okay, so something went kaboom. Either we had an asteroid hit the moon, or something under the moon went kaboom, but something happened and wrecked everything, not only on the moon, but also under the moon. I'm not quite sure how that works. I guess it collapsed. I guess underneath collapsed or something. I'm not sure. But yeah.
What's happening? Director, can you hear me? We're receiving reports that a meteorite collided with the moon and the state of emergency has been declared. Director, confirm you're on the line right now.
Okay, so I mean, you'd have thought we'd know about a meteorite coming towards the moon in time, but well, we'll go with meteorite. Yeah, okay.
You could have done it more quickly and spared me the worry. Director, there's still no signal from the personnel of the base. I'll try again, but my hope is dwindling.
Yeah, there's not much of a base left, I'm afraid. Everything is kind of wrecked.
Robert, come in. Robert, do you copy? Robert, damn it, come
in. There's a nothing.
There appear to be no survivors. I'm glad you were on the orbital station when the collision happened. I suggest you stay there as long as possible. We should try to hold out until logistics with Earth are restored. Start with electricity. We still have resources and functional drones. That should be enough for a few solar panels and batteries.
Okie dokie. So we've got our drones. Our drones somehow survived. And we also have more of them than we did before. Yep. And we got some resources on the surface, which is quite useful. That must be our cargo pod that was left. So let's build. Let's restart. So something terrible happened. All our technology has been destroyed. We've forgotten how to build big panels. So yeah. So let's just come over here and let's just build them. Over here, we'll build some small batteries. I'm gonna put them. We'll do them the same as that. Okay.
Judging by the seismic activity, the meteorite impact occurred on the far side of the moon. We're lucky it happened so far away from our mission, but the strength of the blast wave raises a lot of questions.
Indeed. I'm not sure how a single meteorite hitting the moon would wreck everything on us when we're that far away. I have many questions too.
Is that all the head of the research department can say? Somewhere far away there was an explosion and we don't know the cause?
Because scientists are working with proven facts, not speculating on fragmentary evidence. Much more data would be needed to reach the conclusions.
Okay. Oh, I need to build another battery actually. So something else you can do as well, which I didn't cover that. You can copy buildings that you have on the board. If you Control C with the mouse over a building, it will copy the thing there. So we can just copy a building and slap a new one down there, and let's wire that into there. Certain things you see have a certain amount of connections you can do with them, so you've got to be careful. Solar panels allow power to run through them and come out the other side. There is a little caveat with that. All these things require maintenance. If they are offline, I don't believe they transfer power through them.
But our resource reserves are almost depleted. We need to restore production as soon as possible. Let's start with repairing the elevator to gain access to the underground level.
Okie dokie. But yeah, so if this solar panel fails, then these three will not be sending power through to here. I believe. I'm not 100% on that at the moment. So that's how I think it works. We'll find out. We'll find out later.
Then build a charging station for the drones. Make sure that elevator and charging station are connected to the power network.
Okay, let's put in a charging station. We'll connect that to there. Let's find out right now. Let's find out. We can test this right now. I haven't repaired the elevator. Let's see whether the power transfers through the elevator to here. I'm not going to speed the game up. I don't want to miss things as we go. Not yet. Okay, so this does have power. Right. So this does indeed have power, so you can transfer throws. So no, that must have been an old thing that I'm thinking. I've been playing this game for quite a while, through many different versions and many different testing things. So yeah, so I guess they do. So ignore that. They do in fact transfer power through here. So okay, so let's repair this. So we need to repair. So we need components and we need steel. You can see here we have 33 steel, we have 20 components. You can extend this panel out and get your full set of resources. You can also extend one out down here and get the full set of resources.
Director, we're getting word of supply shortages from almost everywhere on Earth. The explosion cut off most of the supply channels from the moon. Millions of people are in need of resources, and we can satisfy that demand. Supplies used to run through the contract system, but it came to a complete halt after the explosion. We might be able to fix that.
Okay, so of course we also have the bureaucrats working for us who just see the opportunity to make some money. Sadly, money makes the world and apparently the moon go round. So you have a resource one up here and you have a resource panel over here as well. Yeah, they both show the same thing. I'm not quite sure, but there's two of them, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I kind of feel like this one is one that should be open when you have menus and things up. So anyway, let's repair this. Well, come on, drones, let's do it. Repair the elevator. Let's speed up time. Go. And
The explosion destroyed everything on the surface, but there may still be mining modules underground. We need to go down and see what we have left.
okay, let's see what's being done underground. So press tab to go down. Or you can click a button down here in the bottom corner to go down. There you go. So no, stuff underground was not destroyed.
Reconnect the
Awesome.
power supply to the underground level. Connect the elevator and electrical pole with wires so we can see the scale of the damages.
Okay. Power poles also work as lamps. So if I click this here,
That's better. I see that we have a module to produce smart concrete, but we have an urgent need to resume production of steel and silicone. Director, I have an idea. First, convert 5 drones into miners, and we'll proceed.
Okie
The
dokie.
reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
Okie dokie. So we have our mining one here. So let's convert our drones up again. 5 drones will come down.
We have smelting furnaces, but to start producing any resource, the relevant oxides are always needed. We will now mine them with the mining drones. Director, we have access to iron and silicone veins. Assign drones to mine the resources from the veins to supply the processing modules with raw materials.
Okay. Yes, so we have a iron deposit here.
Mode, and assign mining drones to mine resources directly from a vein.
Okay. We have iron over here, which has got 22,000. You'll notice it's also got other things in it. It's got titanium, silicon, aluminium, and a little bit of water. You can extract all the resources from that, with the exception of the water. I don't think you can get iron, titanium, silicon, aluminium out of the regolith from here. Now, you notice those numbers do not add up to 100%. That's because the rest of it is just going to become slag. It's completely useless rock, basically, that we can't do anything with. Well, we can do something with later. And this is the same. So this has got 55% silicon and the rest is down there. The water you can extract from oxides, but you do get water things later. There is also something here, but we don't know what it is because we haven't scanned it yet. So we'll get to that. So we enter mining mode. Boop. And we will assign 3 to do that, and we will assign 3 to do that, but only 2 will go over there because we only have 5 of them.
Now
So
watch mining drones extract the oxides, and working drones deliver them to the smelting furnace.
So yeah, so they're going to start mining out around the area here. They don't actually dig any holes, they just mine the actual deposits in there completely. So boom. Somehow we've managed to produce enough steel there anyway. So you do that, and then they should put it on the ground. There it is. Yep, we know about speed and time. The other drones come along, they'll pick it up, and they'll travel there. Drones can only carry 1 item at one time. So a drone can only carry a single lump of iron, a single iron ingot, a single silicon piece, a single component. They can only carry one thing at once. So the more drones you have, the better things generally are. They're not the smartest of doohickeys in the world, I'm gonna be honest with you. They not very smart, but dedicated and hardworking. So yeah. Okay, so you can do that here. So yeah, so you will then get the iron. It needs 9 pieces of iron to produce. Well, sorry, in 1 minute it will take 9 iron ore or iron oxide and produce 3 steel. Now that doesn't mean this here is 1 minute going around. That means that in 1 minute, that's how many you can produce. So this will actually go around and run, I think, 3 times. So it's 3 to 1. And it only produces 1 steel at once. So you see, once this finishes here, it goes up by 1. So that means that this is actually taking 20 seconds to go all the way around. That's at normal speed, obviously. So yeah. A day is 1 minute and 20 seconds. At least it was. I don't know if that's been changed, but and it always confused my head that it's not 60 seconds a day. It's 1 minute 20. It might be. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it was always there. But yeah. So but anyway, everything's done by minutes. But I said this does not mean it needs 9 and produces 3. It actually needs 3 and produces 1. It just in 1 minute that's what it'll do if it's running at 100% efficiency. So which they are. They're running 100%. The average efficiency is what it's been over the last so many minutes. I don't know how many minutes that is, so yeah. Okay, so we're going to put the cut in here and we will come back in next episode where we will get the resources required to continue playing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I do hope to see you again in the next one, and until then, as always, have fun